Alright, here we go. We should be rolling. Okay, here's the Feral Donkey with our first update on Tropical Cyclone Jasper on Monday the 11th of December 2023. So we are now looking at this diabolical picture right here, which is the forecast map that was issued at 10 to 2 this afternoon, with a Category 2 cyclone crossing the coast just north of Port Douglas. Since we're situated here just inland from Port Douglas, this isn't really the best situation that we're looking forward to. So we're keeping a really close eye on this cyclone, and we're going to keep it all updated and follow its progress here on this YouTube channel, The Feral Donkey. Okay, so to start with, the forecast has changed quite a lot throughout the last 24 hours. It's been downgraded quite a lot. This was going to be Category 3 yesterday, or this morning, and it's just gradually getting downgraded, which is good for us. Currently, at it, here it is spinning off the coast. We just had a few of these showers pushing through earlier, so starting to feel the outside edge of it already, in a very minor way, just a little drizzle. As you can see here, it's definitely spinning. It's just moved past Willis Island. Now, so my original prediction from last week was that this would come past the tip of New Zealand and New Guinea and start running out of steam. Oh, we've got a bit of an update here. And so far, since it's come past this tip here, the northeast monsoon that was blowing in and feeding it has basically stopped. And since that time, it has been constantly downgraded slowly from there. So where is it going to go, and how strong is it going to be, and why do we think this? Now, obviously anything that then crossing at the coast at Newell Beach or Wonga is good for us. We don't want that to happen, but what will happen? So as we look here, the latest 3-day forecast shows it coming in, sitting off the coast of Cairns, sort of intensifying, spinning around, probably around about a Category 1, maybe sort of cruising around and crossing the coast just here around about Cow Bay, Wonga Beach, somewhere around about there. As you can see, following this cyclone on the eastern side will be quite a lot of rain, and depending where you are up against the range here, you could be under like 200 or 300 mils of rain, and going from 0 to 100 pretty much wet season rain in otherwise dry season conditions. So that could lead to quite a bit of flash flooding. But at the moment, it looks like it's de-intensifying as it goes, so the strong winds shouldn't accompany it as badly as it basically is now. So you should be looking at a cyclone that's not as strong as it is now, but at the same time they're still showing it, 980, but as it crosses the coast, 990, 993. So I think usually if cyclones come in around about here, they usually run out of steam pretty quickly, but we will see. Anyway, lots of rain is on the way, at least somewhere between Cooktown and probably, I've seen forecasts showing it goes far south of Townsville, but this one doesn't really show that. So on Earth map, to show a different sort of scenario, we've got it currently sitting here pretty well just southeast of Cairns, about 450, 500 k's east of Cairns, spinning around. Doesn't really have too much rain associated with the moment, but it's got quite a bit of wind. The monsoon was coming down from here. It's basically stopped, as you can see from this surface wind chart. And the next sign of monsoonal activity is coming in here from the west, which is more traditionally where cyclones on the east coast get their humidity from. So in between this in the middle, which has basically been just up out of the Northern Territory sort of desert air. So this isn't very active air here. So that's the one positive. So that's why I've been saying this thing's going to start losing steam as it comes in towards the Queensland coast. Anyway, so tomorrow they actually show it sort of intensifying here off the coast of Cairns, but still, 300 k's off the sea. So maybe a bit of wind here south of Cairns on the coast, but other than that, we won't be seeing too many effects of it tomorrow. That's Tuesday 9 a.m. So if we move forward on Earth map, their current prediction is for Wednesday 9 a.m. Still sitting there off the coast of Cairns, just still trying to look for somewhere to build up steam, and looks like it's starting to run out of steam already there. Moving forward a bit further to about 5 in the afternoon, and they show it coming in and crossing the coast, basically barely a cyclone crossing the coast at Yarrabah. So that's crossing the coast at Yarrabah, and now we're starting to see the monsoonal activity coming in from the west that would actually be favourable for a cyclone. So the next thought is that it's going to jump across the Cape and start looking for this hot, humid air sort of off Gove, which is where I'd say it would be heading, and then just sort of pulling a monsoon trough and forming a monsoon trough as it goes. So as far as that goes, we've got it, be a pretty rough night at Cairns, but then the forecast was for it crossing down around Tully this morning, so on Earth map they've changed a fair bit too. And if we push forward into Thursday, we will see it's sort of heading inland west of Mareeba. And now this is where all the problems will probably begin, because if we look at the 3-hour precipitation, we will have a situation of quite a lot of rain on the hinterland of Cairns, down between about Tully up to about potentially Cooktown. Somewhere under this blob, if you're in the right spot on the range, you'll be getting 200-300 mils of rain quite easily. And then we could well be heading into a week of heavy rain as it goes out and sets up in the Gulf, as it goes looking for this. And then I'd say it will turn into a low out over here. So all of that is speculation. Currently we're looking at a big dump of rain, some pretty strong wind, but I don't think a strong cyclone will be crossing the coast. And we'll be keeping a look at it, and we'll be keeping you updated again tomorrow morning. Thank you very much. This is Feral Donkey. We're talking to you again soon.